Good morning, friends. It's Bob Branch again, bringing you another daily Devo. We've been ruminating on a couple of weeks ago's message where we talked about these 6 different things that Paul presents to us in 2 Corinthians chapter 12. And we looked at 6 different words: experience, realistic, having a realistic view of yourself; thorns, what is your thorn; enough, lean, and no, that God would say no. And we've been processing some of these things together, just sort of thinking them through, and so that we don't just sort of blaze by them with a Sunday morning message. And I think that a lot of times we get this input on Sunday. It might be really dynamic in the moment, or it might not be, but we then just go off into our week, and it just becomes another seed instead of something that we really have thought much about and actually sort of processed with God. And this morning, I want to talk with you just briefly about what it means for God to be enough. So the Apostle Paul said, I've got this thorn in the flesh, this messenger of Satan. I think that there are people that are just harassing them and that he cannot seem to get rid of. Whatever that they are, because Paul doesn't tell us what they are, whatever that they are, it's something that he can't do anything about. And so he asks the Lord, and after the 3rd time, the Lord interjects and says, I am enough for you, Paul. My grace is enough for you. For my power is made perfect in your weakness. Now, this is a hard one because I don't think that any of us like being weak. I think that most of us have that kind of recoil inside to being weak. And part of the reason is because if we're weak, we can be demolished by people around us. We can be hurt badly, and some of us have been hurt badly. And so we're walls up. We're, red alert, danger, Rule Robinson, and all those different things, because if we show that we're weak, we might be rejected. Somebody might think that we're not enough and all these different things. But the reality is that what God is saying to Paul is that, Paul, in yourself, you are not enough. Now, that doesn't mean, that's not shaming him. That's not saying, bad dog, no, you are worthless or any of that kind of stuff. No, what the Lord is acknowledging is that, Paul, you need me. I made you to need me. I have, you've probably heard that term before. There's a God-shaped hole in all of us, that nothing else can fill that hole but God himself. And God has designed us this way. And our true humanity is made to be in sync with God. And whenever our true humanity says, I can be fully human without God, we're settling for less than human, because your humanity will always suffer if you choose to go it without God. Your humanity, your true humanity, will always suffer because you have been built by God for God. You have been built by him to have him, and in relationship with him to be complete. And so the Lord says to you and me, I want to be your sufficiency. I want you to actually trust me. I want you to lean on me. I want you to pour your heart out to me. And I don't want this to be just every once in a while when you feel really desperate. I want you to cultivate a leaning on me. I want you to cultivate, and every day perhaps to sit down and firstly to say, Lord, I need you today. I need you. And then take the time to think through your day and the things that you are, the things that you're going to encounter, because most of us have some kind of an idea of what our day is going to look like. And think those things with God and say, Lord, I need you in this particular aspect of my work, and I need you in this particular aspect of my schoolwork, or in the relationships, or in my mothering, or in my fathering, or in my bossing, or in my employing, or whatever that it is, that Lord, I need you. And to acknowledge that need to him, not the neediness, but I need you, Lord. I know that I'm complete when I am in sync with you. I know that you are enough for me, even though I continue to look for everything else to fill me up, to be enough for me. You are the one that settles me. You are the one that settles me. And so as we say to the Lord, and as we acknowledge him, firstly, Lord, I need you. And secondly, then we begin to imagine what's coming up in our days with God, to imagine those things with God assisting you, with God along with you, with God interacting with you. Imagine those things. And I think that part of the reason why a lot of people's Christianity and their faith is weak is because they simply lack imagination to see and to enter into the fact that God is actually really big and that God is actually interacting with every single thing that you do. He cares about everything. Even the hairs on your head are numbered. I mean, what is up with that? Much less work with me. But in all of this, what God is saying is that I am intimately involved in everything. You simply are not seeing it. And you need me in that. So acknowledge, Lord, I need you. And I would actually to even say to the Lord, Lord, would you help me in a gentle way to be awakened to my need for you without all hell breaking loose? Would you help me to know and to enter into my need for you and me being complete in you? I'm complete in you. And that's what Paul says. He says, now, well, I'll boast all the more of my weaknesses, because when I am weak, then I am strong. That he knows what it's like to be without and to be within. He can do all things through him who gives him strength. He can't do all things just by pulling himself by the bootstraps or quoting a Bible verse or, singing worship songs at the top of your lungs. I can do these things in relationship with God. I can do these things with the strength that God gives. So I need you, Lord. And then imagine yourself through the day. Imagine your day and pray those things through and say, I need you in this, Lord, and I need you in that one, Lord, and I need you in this thing that I'm going to be doing, and I really need you in this test that I'm going to be taking. I need you in this interview. I need you as I work with this person. I need you as I work with some people that are quite frankly difficult for me and that I really want to just be in another place from. I need you when I'm talking with my parents. I need you when I'm talking to my kids. I need you when I'm at school with when I'm at school and talking with my teachers, or even just with my schoolwork. I need you. And that we simply attach ourselves to the Lord and say, Lord, I am complete in you because you love me. Make sense? But meditate on that today. Put these things into practice and see what the Lord will do for you. I love you. I'm with you in this. I'm so grateful that you decided to join me today. God bless you.